You will be the subject of a resolution in the European Parliament tomorrow. Can you tell us a bit about why you have been convicted of a crime in Thailand?
I was convicted because I was a researcher doing research in a report that was published by a Finnish corporate social responsibility watchdog. So I didn't write that report, I didn't publish the report, I didn't put it on the internet, but I was convicted of my involvement in that report going onto the internet. It was a research report on migrant worker conditions in supply chains of pineapple that were coming from Thailand into Europe. And actually specifically going into the Finnish market. So I was held liable under criminal defamation laws and Computer Crimes Act, which is a legislation dealing with crimes involving computers or the internet in Thailand. And I was held liable based on the fact that I was complicit in participating in something that ended up on the internet and that was considered by the company to damage its reputation. So I was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Reduced to 3 years and then suspended for 2 years as a result of my activity for what I think was legitimate research work into supply chains and legitimate activities of a human rights activist.
Do you think you were given a fair trial?
I think the trial was fair and I respect the decision of the court, but we strongly disagree. Myself and my legal team strongly disagree with the decision of the court, both in terms of the law and in terms of the fact. We feel that our witnesses were not given proper weight. We had many witnesses at the court. We had workers who'd previously worked at the factory. We had leading businesses both in Europe and in Thailand saying that the work I did was in the public interest. It wasn't badly intentioned. It wasn't malicious research. It was research that was beneficial to the public. So we feel that the court didn't take enough of that evidence into account. So we'll be appealing the decision to the appeals court. We feel confident that the process will be fair and that the conviction will be overturned on appeal.
Can I ask you, what did you find in your report? What are the conditions like for migrant workers in Thailand?
I spoke to 12 migrant workers at the factory and they made allegations of child labour, confiscation of passports, the failure of the company to comply with social protection and labour laws of the country, forced overtime, poor health and safety conditions, and a lot of unlawful deductions from salaries. That are the allegations that the workers made, and I think those are allegations which, within the Thai context, those kind of conditions for workers are very prevalent, and that's something which international organisations, companies are well aware of already. It wasn't anything new.
And what response would you like to see from both the European Parliament, but from Europeans in general? Should we boycott Thai goods?
No, there should be no boycott of Thai goods and there should be no boycott of the Thai government. The European Union is a very big trading bloc and they have a lot of power, particularly before the existing military government there was negotiation of a free trade agreement. So we want to see the European community putting more pressure on Thailand because of its weight in terms of trade to improve these conditions as a condition of buying. So we want there to be more assistance to the Thai government and to the Thai industry in terms of capacity, but also to try to strengthen the rule of law in Thailand. Now there's a lot of corruption and there's a systematic breakdown of the rule of law relating to migrant workers that need to be addressed. And also we want the European community to be more transparent in its data. For instance, Natural Fruit Company, we understand that they're still providing to the European market, but we don't know where. So we want to get more information from the European community and from the European Union and through pushing by the European Parliament to find out, where goods are being produced, where they're coming to, where they're being sold, where they're being bought, how they're being supplied. We need more supply chain data, which will help people like myself who are doing this kind of human rights activism and research to be able to support. And certainly we want there to be more pressure generally on the Thai government.